installation, maintenance, repair.
Sometimes they don't get offer letter. What's the reason that the offer letter is refusing? I can just have a brief idea from him. I'll ask him.
If they choose not to go into project management, will be translated and be able to.
He's from Tamil Nadu. Thank you.
वेलकम बैक टू टुडेज़ वीडियो एंड होप सो दैट ऑल ऑफ यू आर डूइंग वेल। और आज की वीडियो में हम आ गए धर्म कॉलेज, जो मेरी कॉलेज है, यहाँ पे मैं पढ़ रहा हूँ पिछले 1 ईयर से। आज यहाँ पे एक ओपन हाउस है, तो हम आपको कैंपस टूर देंगे। साथ ही साथ ओपन हाउस में क्या होता है कि डिफरेंट फैकल्टीज़ होती है, प्रोग्राम के जो पढ़ाने वाले प्रोफेसर्स होते हैं वो लोग होते हैं, वो अपनी प्रोग्राम के बारे में बातें करते हैं। साथ ही साथ स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जिन्होंने ऑलरेडी पढ़ लिया होता है जो प्रोग्राम है। फॉर एग्जांपल केमिकल लैब टेक्नीशियन है, अगर वो पढ़ लिया है तो हम उनका रिव्यू लेंगे। हम इंटरनेशनल डिपार्टमेंट से मिलेंगे। बहुत सारी वीडियो, बहुत लंबी वीडियो होगी, बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव वीडियो होगी, क्योंकि ओपन हाउस में बहुत सारा स्टाफ होता है यहाँ का। आपको डिफरेंट सर्विसेज दिखाएंगे, जो एक यहाँ पे कनाडा में कॉलेज क्या ऑफ़र करती है, कॉलेज दिखाएंगे पूरी। सो बने रहना पूरी वीडियो में। सो लेट्स स्टार्ट द वीडियो।
Perfect. Hi, good morning. Hi. Thank you. Okay guys, here we are at the open house here in Durham College. तो यहाँ पे different faculties है, different आप देख सकते हो, जैसे यहाँ पे engineering का है, फिर वहाँ पे different faculties। हम सबसे बात करेंगे, देखते हैं क्या क्या वो ऑफ़र कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे। You will learn different things, you will learn various things. So let's start the open house. I have Mac, who is
You're photobombing?
yeah. So here we have Mac, who is an international admissions officer.
Hello.
As an international student from India, many students from India has questions about what's the processing time of offer letter. How sometimes they don't get offer letter. What's the reason that the offer letter is refusing? I can just have a brief idea from him. I'll ask him some questions and then he will answer.
Yep.
So my first question would be like, why sometimes Durham College takes a lot of time to give an offer letter?
So it usually takes about 8 to 10 weeks to process an application. There's many factors that we take into consideration though.
Okay.
So when you're filling out your application, you have to make sure all of your information is filled out correctly on the application. You also need to make sure all of the proper documentation has been provided. So it really can make a difference, and it can prolong the amount of time it takes to complete your application.
Right, as well.
Depends on the intake as well, yeah. So typically I would estimate it's about 8 to 10 weeks to process an application for Durham College, and that's just because of the volume of applications that we receive.
Okay.
Durham College is a very popular
like you
study
will see international
destination.
students, you will see Indian students in
We have over 2,000 international
yeah, that's
students
a lot of amount, yeah.
represented from over 74 countries.
Yeah,
so you can imagine the number of applications that we're receiving.
Yeah.
So because of that and the number of applications that we receive, it usually takes about 8 to 10 weeks.
Okay.
We do work as quickly as possible to provide a decision on the application. But that's why it takes about that 8 to 10 week frame time.
Okay, my second question would be like, what's the best method to contact international department from India?
Yeah.
Because like my experience, I used to email, but sometimes email takes a longer time. But
Yeah.
there was one thing that I think I didn't remember, it was last 1 year. It was a Zoom session.
Yep.
Because at COVID, there was like a weekly Zoom session.
Yep.
Is
Yeah,
it
and we're
going
still
yet?
doing those. Yeah.
Okay, yes.
Yeah, so we do have bi-weekly drop-in sessions. They're called the International Ask Us Anything sessions. We offer them twice a week on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Students can drop in for an hour and they can ask any questions they have, anything from admissions requirements, arriving in Canada, housing, study permit, finding a job, any questions that they have regarding studying at Durham College, we can help them on the drop-in session.
Okay.
For student, you're speaking specifically to students from India, right?
Yeah.
So they can also contact our Southeast Asia office directly. The email address is sea@durhamcollege.ca.
Okay.
We do have representatives in India who are happy to help with any questions. Students can always just send it. Yeah, we have an office in India.
In India?
Where yeah,
Oh.
yeah. So students can contact our in-country representatives directly if they have any questions about the admission process.
Do you have a card of Indian?
I don't have a card, but it's just SEA, like Southeast Asia,
Okay.
at durhamcollege.ca, and you can speak to one of our representatives who represent students from India, and they can talk about admissions, the application process, intakes, anything like that.
Okay.
But other than that, we have the drop-in sessions. We also have live chat. Students can jump on the live chat and they can chat live with a live chat agent
Okay.
and ask any questions.
Yeah, and then what's like why sometimes the offer letter get reject? Like you won't get any response?
Yeah, there's many different factors. If you don't meet the minimum admissions requirements, it's always important to review the admissions requirements on the Durham College website and make sure that you do meet the admissions requirements. Do you have the proper grades? Do you meet the IELTS requirement? There are many different factors that are taken into consideration. So if you don't meet those admissions requirements, that's why unfortunately you may receive a refusal on your application.
Okay, so after coming to Canada, if a student has any doubt related to his program, need to change a program, or has, the program is not good for him,
Right.
what he can do as an international?
Yeah, if you want to change your program in the first year, you can definitely come in and meet with our international student advisors. You can talk about sort of what your career goals are, what program you'd like to take, and we can definitely discuss other program options with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay,
And
yeah,
that was
no
like
problem.
the major problems that student face here.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Engineering and Information Technology department, and they will show us different things here, different equipments they have, and and after that I can tell like what's the difference between India and here in Canada.
There's no difference. Here, this, for example, is a biomedical engineering technology,
Okay.
which is a 3 years advanced diploma in biomedical engineering technology. And that qualify the graduates to work in hospitals or for suppliers and manufacturers of medical technology. As technologists, they look after the machinery, installation, maintenance, repairs, training, and so on. So that is particularly for the biomedical engineering technology. There are other engineering technology like electrical or electronics technology, as you see there. Yeah.
Okay guys, so here we are with the International Faculty of Business Faculties of Project Management and Supply Chain Management. They will tell about basic what's the difference between studying here in Durham College compared to other college if you're planning from India to come Canada and study business. So can you just tell us about how is the experience of what a student can get in the project management program, because it's like a common program, right?
Okay, it is. And every business does projects.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, you're doing projects and wherever you work. So even if you don't become a project manager, you're still going to use your project management skills that you've learned here. Our program is very well known. Actually, for the last 2 years, we have won the Ontario Project Management Competition.
Oh.
So 2 years in a row, we beat out other universities, colleges, and it is competing from around Ontario. So we actually have a well-known reputation for teaching project management. And like I say, when we talk to my students, and most of my students are international students,
Yeah.
mostly from India.
Okay.
So we are very cognizant of the challenges they face and the goals that they're trying to reach here. So we're very understanding about that. And at the same time, the skills they leave with, even if they choose not to go into project management, will be translated and be able to help in whatever career they decide to go in. So I would recommend, it's a 1-year program. It's a great way to get your foot in the door in Canada. It's a great way to learn skills that are going to translate and you'll be used in whatever career you go into.
Thank you. And what can you tell about supply chain management?
The supply chain management is really everywhere. When we look at the global economy, our graduates coming out of either our diploma or our new global supply chain management 1-year program are well positioned to support any aspect of global economy. So when we look at the movement of goods through the global economy, that would be what our graduates are prepared to do. So they're generally working for the large multinational companies, supporting the backbone of the business.
Okay.
In terms of the supply chain is anything from raw material all the way to final customer and that transformation process in between. So our graduates are prepared to work anywhere along that supply chain.
Okay, and what you think, like they get a job in the field when they graduate? They
So-
get that, like, is there an opportunity like a
Yeah, absolutely. So COVID did a nice thing. It elevated the importance of supply chain professionals. When we look at Durham specifically, we have employers coming on campus actively recruiting graduates out of our program. So that's unique compared to other institutes where we have employer recruitment sessions right on campus.
That's good.
And we have many employers within kind of Durham region and Toronto area looking to recruit directly out of our
Yeah, and Durham region is growing, like, yeah, it's a
Yes.
developing region, yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so friends, here we have What's your name? Sorry?
Gokul.
Yeah, Gokul he's an Indian, from Tamil Nadu. He will share his experience of supply chain management. How is the program? What's the load in the program? How are the assignments? How is the quizzes? How is the experience? So can you just share us about experience about the program?
So in supply chain, I would say it's like a vast, I would say. So in that case, if you go for the college environment, it was like I got a lot of opportunity to go into various fields. When I choose supply chain, I wasn't sure whether I have to go to this or not. So, but then during the end of this first semester, I came to know, okay, this is what's happening in the world, right? So you can do a lot of things, such as it's in the business. If you say the supply chain is the main thing, right? So
without supply, there's nothing. Yeah.
Exactly. So I mean, if goods if it is not running in the road, you can't get the goods in your hand, right? So it is one of the part in the supply chain. So far I'm also a co-op student, so I got like a couple of interviews so far. So because in my co-op program, so we got a lot of job opportunities.
You got your co-op placement?
Not yet, but I have a couple of interviews in.
Okay, yeah. So you will definitely get. So how is the job opportunities in this field? Like, is it easy to get a placement, or is it hard compared?
I mean, I would say you have a lot of opportunities in supply chain, I would say, because if you see my co-op job portal, there are a lot of so many jobs available in various departments in supply chain itself. Just in 2 weeks, we got 14 postings.
Oh, that's
which is also have you heard of hidden market and stuff?
Yeah.
So those are things they just only focus on college stuff. So I would highly recommend, if you're an international student, if you're coming after 12th or something, going for a co-op, I would really recommend for you guys to do co-op after high school.
So you can get an experience, right?
Exactly, and it's like a minimum of experience. For if in my case, I can get experience for 16 months. It's like 1.5 years, which is really a great time, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, job isn't, to be honest, it is too much.
Okay, thank you for your time. Yeah. Hi, so here we have Jen. She's an director of Campus Health and Wellness Center. And today I was coming here at the tour of what Durham College has to offer. And I found that they offer different medical services for international students. So she will give us an introduction on it. What are what they offer for international students, how you can get your medical checkup and other things.
Yes, absolutely. So hi, I'm Jen. I'm as you said, the director of the Campus Health and Wellness Center. So what we have here is we have a fully fledged walk-in clinic on site. We have laboratory services, and we have extra services like registered massage therapy and chiro. And one of the biggest pieces for international students is we have what's called the International Wellness Check. So essentially, when you call and you make an appointment, you see one of our doctors right away, and they'll go over a full head-to-toe medical exam with you, health education, mental health education, and really helps you navigate the Canadian healthcare system. Yeah. So it's an amazing opportunity for international students to come and to make sure that all of their health and wellness needs are addressed. And
themselves and build confidence.
Yeah,
that's very important.
And even here we have grades on lab, right? There are lab grades.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely graded.
It comprises of a major part in here.
They're more dangerous experiments, or they're more sensitive ones.
Okay.
So what we want is students to work in partners.
Okay.
So, and we'll also have, if you want to take a look, this is just some basic glassware that we would use on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's same, yeah.
And I'll bring you over into here if you're interested.